What's up, guys? Welcome back after a little break. During the break, I actually wanted to make a video Monday and Tuesday, but I didn't because I was working on something pretty big. And if you have my Snapchat, you know what I was working on. I posted some pictures and leaks and stuff like that of what I was doing. But essentially, I was making my headlights awesome. And so that actually looks a lot better on camera right now than it does in real life because it's bright in here. That's why the garage door is literally on top of my hood right now, just so I can get rid of some of that light. So basically what I did is I cracked open my headlights. And I got some reactions on this yesterday because I had them working, and they're still just working. They're not complete yet. But I got some reactions, and people's biggest reaction, they're like, how did you do it? And I told them I put my headlights in an oven. Everyone was like, what? Yeah, so I tested this, so you guys know how to do this. You put your headlights in the oven at 220 degrees for 8 minutes. As you can tell when I can attest to it, it works. And you want to make sure it's a fairly precise oven too. Because I have a double oven, and the top oven's usually like 20 degrees hotter, and then the bottom oven's usually within a few degrees. So I use the bottom oven just for ease of use. And after the 8 minutes that they're in there, it pulls apart quite easily. You just want to make sure you don't get any of the glue on the inside, because it's like really stringy glue when you pull it apart. I think it's kind of fun and interesting, but it gets like everywhere. So fair warning, and you want to do this in like a clean spot too. In the end, I made my own demon eye because have you ever seen the demon eye kits on like Amazon stuff? They're usually like $60 to $100 for both headlights. I think I got like a $10 RGB strip. I'll link everything down below with the exact prices because I don't remember the exact prices, but I got a cheap, non-waterproof RGB strip. That's actually very important. You do not want the waterproof ones because the waterproof ones, the resin that sits on top of them, eventually degrades and it damages the LEDs underneath. That's something I already kind of knew, so that's why I didn't use those. I used the non-waterproof ones, especially since it's easier also to solder wires on to connect the demon eye and this bottom L part that I made glow as well. But it was actually quite hard to do, and that's because originally with the switchbacks, it had a chrome piece of reflector, basically reflection points for the LEDs, so they would reflect and become brighter as they come out. Well, they would come right up to the plastic cover edge here. So what I did is I actually took a drill and a wire brush and just kind of ground it down so I could fit the RGB strip in there, along with actually a daytime running light strip in here too, which I cut I think an inch off of, and there's a 23-inch strip. So there's 22 inches of that in there. I actually changed my projectors. I'll put a picture up like right here on the whole screen so you can see. But if you're looking at the projector, you can see that it has a chrome trim around it, and there's just a black space at the edge of the headlight housing between that and the projector. That's because the projector was an inch too small. So instead I got IJDM toy 3-inch projectors, and I literally mounted them in there with double stick tape. Now some of you will be like, wait, what? Double stick tape? And the reason for that is it was a tight fit in the housing in the first place, so bolting it in would be irrelevant. I just wanted to make sure it was pointed straight, and after that I just literally just stuck it onto the tilting interior adjustments, which will not work anymore, but I made sure that the headlight was pointing straight, and it is. I've tested them on the road already. They work great. Another thing I noticed is the Spec D headlights weren't that bright. They had regular halogen H1 bulbs and small 2-inch projectors. Driving on the road, I could see, but it wasn't that great. With these new projectors alone, it is so much brighter. I don't know if it's just the quality of the glass in the projector or what, but I definitely recommend the IJDM toys, especially over the Morimotos. I haven't tried the Morimoto ones, but they're way more expensive, and I can't think of a better projector than what I have right now. So that and I think they're exactly the same, honestly. I think it's just branding. So you can play along with music. So here's the one song that works.
They say Mike's about to blow though. Tell me something that I don't know. With the crowd bouncing like pogos, you can come on the tour bus, just please no photos. But they're out like Somo, cause we be going off on the off nights. Cause I've been on every single song I put my pin on. No, they don't know, or maybe they starting to. Cause I work so hard that it's hard to lose. Top spot, I'm taking that face to face. Got a bottle in my hand, I'm that it's cinematic when you roll without.
It's incredibly cool just to have the RGBs. And that's not the only thing I did. Like I said, I had the Switchback in here, which I'm going to go turn on right now, and the bigger projectors, which also look better at night just when they're lit up.
We fell in love, then we burned it to the ground, and we could be together, baby. But I gotta leave soon. Everybody's listening now, but we got nothing to lose. When I met you in the summer.
Alright, so that was just a quick look at my headlights. I kind of wish I could have done a video of how I did it, but unfortunately while I was doing it, it was something new to me and I was learning. So there was a lot of cursing and throwing things. But now that I got it done, I'm incredibly happy I have it done. As you can tell, it looks awesome. The one thing I wish I did a little better is it needs to be sealed at the top of the headlights a little better because some water does leak in a little bit. It's a bit of an issue, but I can fix it later on. I actually do have extra glue. So what I might do is take them back out again, add some glue to the top, and then heat it up again just so they get perfectly sealed. So on a skill level, you'd have to be pretty skilled to do this as well. It is not easy, and you need a lot of electronics experience. I bought Switchback cords, which came with a modular box already, which luckily with my headlights, I already had Switchbacks, and I literally hooked it up into the stock harness. That was the easiest thing to hook up. RGB strips is the hard part because you have to solder onto the RGB strips, and you have to be good enough to the point where you don't burn the copper contacts off, because then you have to start all over again, and you can't use that strip. That strip's done, it's garbage. So, also you have to be able to stick on the demon eye pretty well. This one, its demon eye is permanently on. It's all around the right way. The other one is hanging down in the middle of the projector, so I have to stick my hand up in the bottom of the headlight through one of the access holes and poke it back into place. But otherwise, it's definitely a mod that's worth it. And I'll link down below some places that do stuff like this. There's Flyride in California, and there's the Retrofit Source. I don't know if they do the RGBs, but they definitely do projectors. Because some cars that don't have projectors, you can still put projectors in. Alright, but that's it for today's video. Today for you guys, like I said before, I'm going to be filming the hardwiring it into the battery later today. That's just so for people who put RGB strips anywhere in their car, they know how to hardwire so they can access it at any time. I'm going to see how much it drains on my battery. That's why I'm adding a master switch, so if it does drain on my car battery and I can't start it one day, I'll know that I'll have to turn it off when I leave the car. And then when I get back to the car, I can just turn it on and play with it as much as I want. But like I said, that's it. I've got another fun thing coming this week. I've ordered some other parts for my car just to kind of fix it. Like my rear bumper has a crack, so I ordered a new bumper. But I'm going to order some pretty cool parts coming up, so keep it tuned with that. I'm making as many videos as possible. I know I didn't make two in the beginning of this week, but that's because it was like 4th of July weekend, and I was working on this, which was a really hard project. It takes multiple days and makes a huge mess. But I am making as many videos as I possibly can this summer. That being basically, I'm trying to do 5 a week at least. That's my goal. I know I haven't been doing it the past couple weeks, but I'm aiming for it. So I want to thank you guys for watching. Subscribe down below. Peace out, and be legendary.
So baby, pull me closer.